Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner boxing. What? I'm back at you, Jarrett Hurd, Erislandy Lara. Y'all already know what it is, man. Hey, the final press conference is over. All they got to do is weigh in, and we got us a fight. So, real quick, man, I'm going to give you this prediction. Not too long and too drawn out. I already gave you a preview, told you a little bit about what Erislandy Lara does well, his attributes, sometimes what he might not do so hot, also with Jarrett Hurd. But listen, Erislandy Lara is very technically proficient, so all of his attributes are more technical. Jarrett Hurd, hey man, he's very raw. It is what it is. His attributes are very primitive. But you got a young, hungry lion and a guy that's like a vet in the game in Erislandy Lara. But this young, hungry lion in Jarrett Hurd, hey, look, man, I don't know. I can tell you this right here. Erislandy Lara, he can box well. That he's a southpaw. That straight left hand down the pipe is his money punch against the right hander. Jarrett Hurd has shown that he is very hittable, but he's also shown that he got a good chin. You know, when he won his IBF that vacant belt against Harrison, man, Harrison was hitting with some phenomenal shots, and I mean phenomenal. And hey, man, the guy stayed composed. Erislandy Lara does have some pop in that left hand, so when he landed, Jarrett Hurd go know he been hit. But I guess the question is, can he stay composed long enough to wear down Erislandy Lara with his size, strength, with that big 6'1" frame? Listen, from what I'm understanding, you know, since this is a unification bout, IBF won't have to say so in the rehydration. So, you know, Jarrett Hurd will be at liberty to rehydrate, you know, probably pretty nicely. And I think he probably will. The only thing about that is when you rehydrating for a guy that's as slick and slippery and moves as well as Erislandy Lara, you better done your homework, because, you know, but you know, just listening to Jarrett Hurd, you know, just from some interviews, he say he go be in Lara's face. So sound like he got a game plan to stick to him like glue, and that is what he has to do. If Jarrett Hurd can pressure this guy and just keep pressuring him, you know, even through the first rounds when he probably go get hit a lot, he probably can wear down. Man, if y'all seen that fight with Angulo, I know that's been a while back. That was like in 2013, I think. You know, and what Angulo was able to do. Jarrett Hurd better attack the body, pressure, and just keep bringing the pressure. Now, Angulo's face couldn't hold up. You know, that's just, it is what it is. But this young man, Jarrett Hurd, have shown that he has stamina and that he has a chin. And he is powerful. He does have good strength. And accumulation of punches, man, and that big frame can wear a guy down. And you know, I just don't know. So I'm gonna tell you, two ways this fight can go. Erislandy Lara could move very proficiently and rack up some points in the early goings and use his superior footwork to stay out of harm's way and pot shot his way through the mid to latter rounds to a decision. Or Jarrett Hurd can land some punches early to the body, wear the guy down, and get a late stoppage. So, you know, the question is, which one will prevail? Now, I'm going to tell you this, like I said in another video, a lot of people rooting for Jarrett Hurd just from what I'm hearing. You know, and I guess that's a lot of U.S. fight fans. I listen to a lot of other YouTube channels, you know, and so I guess my perspective is subjective because, I'm only hearing, from a select few. But a lot of people want to see Jarrett Hurd win this thing, man, because it's new blood, Erislandy Lara. He hasn't really been fighting up to his full potential as far as opponents. So, a lot of people sound like to me a little frustrated and want to see somebody new. And I'm going to tell you, I kind of agree. I'm one that agree with that. So I'm going to tell you, man, my prediction is this, man. I'm going to tell you my pick is this. Because like I say, I think it can go one or two ways. Like I said, with Erislandy Lara winning a decision, or Jarrett Hurd getting a late stoppage. And but I'm gonna tell you what my pick is. My pick is Jarrett Hurd, 10th round stoppage, and I'm just gonna stick to that. This young hungry lion, man, I don't know. He's been showing, man, in fights. He Austin Trout, Frank Galarza, Harrison. He just been showing that, man. Even though you might can outbox him in the beginning, but the guys usually fold up under that pressure, man. And that strength, that power. Erislandy Lara is not as hittable as those guys I just named, but he does have a bad habit, of dropping his hands. Get a little late in the fight, he get a little sloppy. Now, when I say sloppy, I know a lot of people might want to jump on me because Erislandy Lara, he don't look like other fighters even late in the fight. But I'm saying by his own standards, he gets a little sloppy. He lose a little bit of his discipline. He drop his hands, and he is not as mindful of the range because something I see with Erislandy Lara, man. In the beginning of fights, even you look at that Canelo fight, man, he had found the range, man, and he was landing that straight left hand down the pipe. You in front of him, he go land that. And he gets in a real good range, and he's very mindful of it, and he takes advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? He controls it. But when the fight goes on, man, his discipline starts to wear down. And a lot of people, that Cuban style of boxing, that Cuban school of boxing, when they come from the Cuban school of boxing. Now, it's a very well-respected school of boxing. But one thing I see with that school of boxing, you have to lose that amateur background because they stay amateurs for so long. You have to lose that amateur thinking and kind of evolve into your own once you become a professional. Because, like amateurs, man, you only fight so long in the amateur. So when you get in the pros and you go in 12 rounds, your discipline can kind of wear down because that Cuban school of boxing is very disciplined. But, over the course of 12 rounds, man, you got to keep that discipline. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I've seen in some fights in the past that Erislandy Lara doesn't always do. Now, being that this is a pretty big fight, unification bout, maybe he might show up, in peak condition. Remember, he is around 34 years old. But check it, man. I don't know. This young hungry lion, man, I'm picking him to stop Erislandy Lara about the 10th round, man. 9th or 10th. But my pick is 10th round stoppage. So, it is what it is. I don't know, man. If this young man can pressure Erislandy Lara, and if he can land to the body early, I think that, you can be elusive, you can be slippery, but that body don't move like that head moves. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Canelo proved. The thing is, that was pretty controversial, but I don't think this one going. If Hurd can pressure him correctly, I don't think this one will go to the scorecard. But whatever happened, man, I'm just looking to see a good fight. It is what it is, and I believe it's going to be a good fight. So it's also a triple header. It's at the Hardrock in Las Vegas. And the same on April the 7th, Showtime. It is premier boxing champions. Let me mention that. It's a triple header with Caleb Truex versus James DeGale, number 2. And then also Julian Williams. Julian Williams is on the card. He gonna be fighting Nathaniel Gallimore. So you got a triple header, man, that hey, a night of good boxing. So fight fans all over the world, hey, y'all holla at your boy, man. I'm going live. I will give instructions on my Facebook page as to what time I'll be going live. I'm not sure if I'll be covering all of those fights, man. I'm probably just gonna do this main event. But I will leave details as to what time to let y'all know. So holla at your boy, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I'm going live. Telling you, I'm giving good round by round analysis to let you know what's going on in real time during the fight. Good boxing commentary. So holla at your boy, Daddy P, on the corner, in the corner boxing. We out.